Welcome to our cozy corner of tales where the wisdom of India comes alive. In the vibrant courts of Emperor Akbar, a legendary figure emerged, known for his wit and wisdom, Birbal, the trusted advisor. Drawing from the timeless narratives of Bharat, our story today is a delightful gem from the Akbar Birbal collection. Let's begin our journey with the tale of Hasty Reward, a story that teaches us valuable lessons about patience and wisdom.
Hasty Reward. A goldsmith named Ratnakar lived in Krishnapatnam, which was located 100 miles away from Agra. Ratnakar and Birbal were childhood friends. They had met at the Gurukul where they studied. Their tastes were similar and soon they became good friends. Their friendship continued even after they grew up and settled in their respective careers. One day Ratnakar came to Birbal's house. "What a surprise! Welcome to my home," said Birbal as he invited Ratnakar inside the house. "The stock of gold which I used to make jewelry has depleted. The supplier told me that he won't be able to supply the quantity I require. There's another supplier who lives in a town 50 miles east from Agra, but he supplies gold only to known people. Hence, I came to you because you are known to everyone," he said and added, "I want you to accompany me." "Okay, let us go there," Birbal said, and they left for the town. As Birbal was renowned in the entire kingdom, Ratnakar could easily buy the raw gold he wanted. They began their return journey but took a different route this time. They were preoccupied in their conversation as they had met after a long time and forgot that they had to pass a canal in that route. They realized it once they came to the canal. Fortunately, there was an old bridge which connected it to the other side. The old bridge wasn't maintained well and it would sway if there was any heavy wind or rain. It was very slippery and they stopped at the bridge. Ratnakar was worried and asked, "Birbal, how will we cross this canal?" "It's simple. We have to cross using this bridge," Birbal replied. "This bridge looks very delicate. Will it be able to bear our weight? It's slippery and swaying dangerously at the slightest wind. We should have taken the first route," Ratnakar said. "Now that we have already come here, do we have any other choice except using this bridge to go to the other side?" Birbal said. "I am very scared," said Ratnakar. "Let me use the bridge first and then you can follow me. Even though it sways, it is strong enough. Don't worry, I will step on the dry areas on the bridge and you can follow me by placing your feet exactly where I place mine," Birbal said. "Be cautious as the water is flowing at full speed," warned Ratnakar. Birbal had already started and he looked down and noticed that the water was flowing with full force. "I will be careful," assured Birbal and proceeded carefully. The bridge was wetter and much more slippery than Birbal had imagined. He was cautious and proceeded slowly. Though the bridge swayed, he was not worried as he knew that the bridge was strong. Slowly and carefully, he crossed the bridge successfully. "Ratnakar, you follow me by placing your feet exactly where I place them," advised Birbal. Ratnakar was scared, but since there was no other option, he carefully followed Birbal's instructions. By the time he reached the middle of the bridge, it swayed fiercely due to heavy winds. Suddenly, Ratnakar lost his balance and fell into the canal. He felt as though someone had pushed him. "Oh my God!" screamed Ratnakar. "Ratnakar!" shouted Birbal. "Please save me!" shouted Ratnakar. By then, the swift water current carried Ratnakar along very fast. Birbal shouted for help and looked around to see if any fishermen were nearby. Since he couldn't see any fishermen or boatmen, he decided to save Ratnakar. "Ratnakar, don't worry, I will save you. Use the force of water and move yourself so that you will be swept towards the canal bank." Ratnakar heard him and immediately implemented what he was told. Birbal's idea worked. Slowly and steadily, he drifted towards the canal bank. Birbal waited near the canal bank and carefully bent forward and extended his hand. Ratnakar caught hold of Birbal's hand and he was immediately pulled up. Though Ratnakar had not yet landed on the shore, he was safely away from the force of water and he was relieved. "You are safe now," said Birbal as he pulled him towards the shore. "Thanks a lot. I'm safe only because of your timely idea to use the water current to my advantage. As a token of gratitude, I will reward you with 1,000 gold coins," said Ratnakar. "Seriously? Will you give me 1,000 gold coins?" Birbal asked. "Definitely, I will give you," reassured Ratnakar. "All right, then give it to me now," said Birbal and released Ratnakar's hand, who drifted towards the canal. "What did you do? Oh my God, please save me," shouted Ratnakar. Birbal asked him to drift himself towards the canal bank. Ratnakar did as he was told. This time, he didn't speak anything until he was safe on the canal bank. Birbal too remained silent until he dragged Ratnakar safely onto the canal bank. Once they were safe, Ratnakar said, "What's wrong with you, Birbal? Why did you leave my hand before pulling me to safety?" "You promised to give me 1,000 gold coins. Shouldn't both my hands be free to collect it? That's why I let go of you." "But could you not have waited till I reached safely to the canal bank?" asked Ratnakar. "How do I know? You promised me the gift even before you were totally safe on the canal bank. I thought you would give me then and there. Moreover, 1,000 gold coins will be heavy, and most importantly, I thought that the gold coins would be very heavy since you have put value to the genuine efforts made for close friend. Hence, I released your hand," Birbal said. Ratnakar realized his fault. Birbal had tried to help his close childhood friend, and he had not anticipated any gift. He took Birbal's hands and with moist eyes pleaded for forgiveness. Ratnakar said, "Birbal, please forgive me. I should not have spoken about giving you monetary reward in return for your wholehearted help." Birbal smiled. "There is no need for apologies or thanks between close friends," Birbal said. Ratnakar smiled wholeheartedly, and they continued their journey to Agra.
As we conclude the tale of Hasty Reward from the timeless narratives of Akbar Birbal from India, let's reflect on the importance of patience and thoughtful decision-making in our lives. This story reminds us that rushing into things can often lead to undesirable outcomes. To explore more stories from this collection and cultures around the world, download the Story Waves app from Apple or Android app stores. A Story Waves subscription costs less than $1 a month, making it one of the most affordable ways to bring quality stories to your family. All new stories are available on the Story Waves app, with the most exciting content only available to our app users. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Story Waves on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify for updates on upcoming content. Thank you warmly for watching.